As I'm sending shockwaves to communication centers, you have to send the core center of the Earth system and its liquid formation system. I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen through positions. It's knowing how you see yourself sleeping, going through deep sleep. All of a sudden, somebody wakes you up. Ah! You're going to freak out, right? So it's all about going through a shock. Humanity is going through shock right now. So it's all about changing everything through formation and how you do these things through calculation, understanding there's a certain level of speed I have to reach, right? So I can get into the answering pattern. So the Earth system right now, through the core system, nature core system, is getting allocated positions and setting my algorithm program settings, okay, which means that I communicate with the Earth and its core system. As I'm getting ready, I'm going to be changing tractions and locations, setting all divisional level systems to the center core position. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now through calculation. And you got to understand everything that's going on with yourself, knowing how you go through these shock waves and how you change formations or anything to humanity. The calibration centers and everything through the core system has to reach its altitude levels when it comes to liquid formation, because the core system of the Earth system is extremely hot. So it's knowing that I have to understand the coloration, because the liquid core is not just one color. Okay, so just imagine how hot it is. So it's my energetic system through my body framing system, understanding everything through its coolants. So I have to have a certain coolant level to go into the core system. Right now, you're probably thinking, oh, your commander is crazy, loco, and I'm not. It's just knowing I'm extremely powerful in the universal system and know exactly what to do with calculation and how you do these things through the metric system. How everything is created through thought recognition. You guys have to understand these things. You have to understand energy, frequency, and vibrations can change anything to division. So there's a lot of things that are happening right now through the program system, but understand the galaxies and universal set systems, how you can change anything through solar systems, line communicate anything through gamma operation centers or anything through its condition when it comes to shapes anomalies. Everything's center course through its position, right? So once I reach that altitude level through acceleration, my speed locators and everything through its system is going to deharmonize all humanity through vibration and wake up those central systems and higher formations of communication into the framing systems of telekinesis. And these are the things that have to be done because we're now into December 1st, December 21st. So I got to walk you through what's going on with your system before I get started. People really have to understand that there's a lot of things that are going on right now with the vaccines, and people are going undecisive, saying this and saying that. There's like 20% are saying that they're not sure, and the other 40% are saying, well, maybe, I don't know. So everybody's skeptical. They're not sure what to do. And the thing is, too, why take something if you're not sure? Think about it. Why would you take a vaccine if it's only 95%? I would think something have to be 100%, right? Because then there's no surety here. So you really have to understand what the governments are doing. You have to really understand what the corporations are doing. You have to understand what the media is doing. Okay? Everything is controlled through mechanism. Everything is controlled through energy. Everything is controlled through frequencies of humanity. Everything is controlled through vibration. Everything is controlled from control, greed, and forcication. Forcication is truly understanding everything through its history and ancestry and how it came into light and dark. And now the Earth system is trying to get into a higher position of light, where the dark system, now I say dark system, dark intelligence, anything that division through soul recognition systems. Now the walk servicing system, when it comes into police and everything like that, are robot divisions. They're allocated through positions. The grays are center core its division. The reptoids are centering everything through pyramid activation light system. And the trogs are setting everything through its center. So there's a lot of things that are happening right now. Okay, you have to understand everything through ancestry and history, because it plays a big, big part. Okay, through understanding that not just being lied to, but trying to understand that freedom is everything that we have, and it's important that we need these things. And when you don't have freedom and you feel like, okay, what position am I in now? Okay, am I on the right side, or am I on the wrong side, or am I in the middle? Right? So you don't want to trip that wire, right? You don't want to go through a minefield. That's what it's like. That's what everybody's scared. They're afraid of going through a minefield and not sure what's going to happen with them. That's where we're at right now. So the governments are controlling that system, okay, through the trogs, the reptoids, and the grays. So you understand they're taking their hot centers, point centers, and everything through their system. So they're allocating positions. They know exactly what to do. Same with the light. They know how to set up major grids. They know how to set dark vibration through electronic defense mechanism systems. They know how to allocate positions in XT1000 locations. They know how to communicate with mountain interface, cloud interface. Everything light does, dark does. Okay, so now we're going through repetition motion system. Dark in relation knows exactly what I'm doing through the core, right? Light has its reference and dark has its reference, but dark knows what I'm doing. So, and it can't do anything. That's the thing. It can't do anything. And that's already saying that it's already set in position. So when I give you things, it's in its presence, but it's done in its past. And then you see it's through its future, which is really powerful stuff. So it puts you in positions how you see yourself in a thought recognition system, saying, I'm seeing myself always, always in the presence, but I want to allow myself and see myself in the future. And that's where it comes into formation. So I'm going to walk you through this. But before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watching my channel. It's great to see everybody coming together. If you want to know more, you can go through my email. Okay, it's very important you understand. Now, everybody has a choice. It's all about your life system, life activation. Now, you can believe me or you cannot believe me. Okay, but the point is that there's no surety with this vaccine that's going on right now. Okay, and everybody has, they're scared. Everybody's scared because they don't know what to do. That's the thing, if I take this, because there's 2 shots, right? And everything has an altitude level through, the freezer mechanisms. One has to be colder than the other. So you take 1 shot, right? And then you have this symptomatic, and you don't know. And then you have the asymptomatic, and you're not sure. And then you can get it back again, just like that through vibration. So they're just winging this up. They're winging this up. So the whole idea is to put a tracking location system into you. They want to turn you into AI. Do you understand that? I'll say that again. They want to turn you into AI. Okay, to make it very well clear, in the dark system. Okay, so it's understand how powerful trogs are. It's understand how the grays, the reptoids, they know me, I know them, right? They know who I am, I know who they are. So in positions, you only see this through perception. You have to be a God frequency level to understand what's going on with energy, frequency, vibration, because everything is created through energy. Okay, and it's extremely, extremely complicated. And it's very hard for humanity to be humble and peace within, peace without. They don't understand. They don't know who to follow anymore. There's a lot of things that are happening, right? Now, there's barriers when it comes into locations, it comes into policing. Those are just robot division level systems. They're allocated through dark rotations. They're in the center core positions, and there's a lot of enforcements that's going on right now. So, and mandates on masks and stuff like that, which is all BS. It's just getting everybody out of its system and coming into the truth serum of what it is. So if you understand more relation, you can go through my email, because I am the vaccination. Okay, you guys have to get that through your head. It's very important to understand these things, why I was put in this position, right? And everything is done through calculation of time clock mechanism system. And everybody's in that position. So you got to set yourself in the light system and not in the dark system. Because the thing is too, is you're not sure where you're going to stand after you take the vaccine. Okay. There's a lot of problems with it because it doesn't have its position. So what it is, it's depopulating the systems, and whoever stands within its position, they can track your location. You understand everything through controlling mechanism has its other side. So it's knowing how a big computer can control humanity, right? Through the governments, corporations. It's all about money. It's all about gain. It's all about control. It's all about force. That's all it is. That's all it is. All right. So they're trying to understand their conceptual system through the minds of their mainframes and how they can understand more of what AI is. Better technology, right? They want to put microchips in your hands, right? So you don't have to use credit cards or keys. Okay. They want to change your conceptual system. They want to change your brainwaving system, better for schoolings, right? So we can understand more adaptation cycles. Basically, they want to energize your heart recognition light system so they can computerize everything through GPS location system and keep a track of you through location of microchip divisions. Now, I'm putting you positions on what's happening right now with your system and its core system. So that's why I'm in position. And that's why I have to be in altitude certain level through spectrum division of the lights. So once I get into those positions, you understand everything through division. All right. So I'm going to show you exactly, I'll walk you through what's going to happen right now with the Earth. Okay. Now the center core position will go into a blood blue cycle rotation because the Earth is in its calibration system. Okay, so this is the Earth. Okay, it's better that I draw it out because if I get into technical divisions, it's extremely complicated to that level system. But you understand how to change these things. And I was put in this position because it's waking up, not just humanity, but it's waking up the Earth. And the Earth is ready to rotation, right? So it's knowing how we get all these forest fires and how we get these tornadoes and earthquakes and all that. So does anybody know why we have these things? Does anybody know why we have tornadoes? Is there any way we can understand how we have hurricanes and stuff like that? It's because the Earth system is answering back to humanity's system. It's telling humanity to wake up through division. So it's nature's core in its relation. It's giving back to gravity systems, to powers of atmospheres. Okay, so it's nature's wonders. And there's 5 finger point divisions of when it comes into tornadoes. It's the fingers of God. I don't know if you guys know that, right? Fingers of God of tornadoes. You have to understand what weather is and what it can do, but it's trying to wake up humanity because we're no longer in a 3-dimensional system. We're not in the 4th riding cycle anymore. We're coming into the full complete cycle of rotation of the 5th dimensional of 5D. So to get there, I have to go into the core center, right? So we start off with the Earth system. Now, allocate the positions. This is extremely real through location. I'm going to go through a little bit of brown surface to connection, right? Because the Earth is on rotation of grounds. Okay. So it's really understanding how to communicate with everything, not just through energy, but everything through division. So the coloration patterns and everything through its location is changing everything through vision. So it kind of looks like a star, doesn't it? Right? So this is extremely real. I've already communicated with the Earth. It's acting through its cycle, and this is live. So everything that's happening in the Earth right now is what you see. Now you have to understand its perceptions through the God frequency levels, how you change everything through nature core, through coloration system. Allocate those positions. Now, as I come in, because I'm a blue cycle rotation through energy field, so I'm coming out of its realm division to its location like this. Okay, so this is me going in the scouting surface, understanding what you're seeing through locations, because the core center has its rotation system, right? So we're using the green interface connections. I'm scanning its location, sonar division, like this. Okay, activate the light signals like this. Panel operations in northwest, south, and east through connection. All right, angle point division level system, like this. Okay, so this is what's happening right now. Full cycle rotation. Now, I don't go into the center core system until December 21st. That's allocate positions through force recognition systems and activate everything through satellite division. So it puts in different positions. So what this does, everything that I do, okay, deharmonizes humanity. So it's trying to understand, okay, now I'm in the central system of myself, but my positions, I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling more upset. I'm feeling more confused. I'm feeling more frustrated. I'm feeling more angry. So it's getting balance. It's trying to find the balance with humanity into the 5D system because everybody is not connected through meditation. So we're putting force rising cycles into humanity's system to that division. This is really powerful stuff when you get into those connections to the Earth system. So the center core system of the Earth system wakes up to its location. Okay. Now, understanding communication. So it's all about what I'm doing right now through traction divisions. I'm changing colorations. I'm changing nature's core. I'm changing the vibration of the Earth system. I have to do this through acceleration speed modes. And everything through speed modes, understand connection of codes. Now, as I come into position, I'm force rising its central system. Okay. So I'm changing its position. All right. As you get into those levels. I'm going to change the coloration system back into that surface condition. So it's going around and round 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 and round. So this is what I'm doing to the Earth. Okay, this is what I'm doing to the Earth right now. The center core position is getting ready through the answering pattern. So my heat signature patterns has to reach a certain temperature through heat. So once I get the heat rotation, because I already have my coolant set up to that division, that gazillion years through vibrational system is going to activate the light signals of its Earth core. And what that's going to do is it's going to change the liquid formation into a new coloration system. So it's kind of like changing the brain, okay, of the Earth's core. Remember, I was doing that with you guys, how you look at the stem and I take it away and the nerve stem goes away through acceleration, and then you have no more problems, right? You get your headache is gone. Remember what I did with Starseed? She had a headache. Boom, I took it away instantly. Well, that's what I'm doing with the Earth. So I'm changing the calibrations of its Earth, okay, through vibration, right? So it understands its central system and understands my body heat signature pattern divisions and acceleration through speed location system. Allocate those positions, right? Has its formation system, extremely, extremely powerful. So I'm putting red rotation cycle rotation systems into heat pattern division location. Okay, so I'm spinning on locations like this. Okay, and then I'm going like this. It's powerful when you do these things through calculation. Right, then I'm going like this. Then I'm going like this. Okay, this is how you change the Earth's core. So the answering patterns to the heat signatures, all right, are connected to this brain waving system because the Earth core has its own brain, right? So it's all about deharmonizing to harmonizing and taking the core center into allocated positions in a higher vibration location into humanity's system to vibration. So I'm not in the core yet, not till December 21st, but it is December 1st. So I'm going to walk you through this through its path. So as we're in positions, okay, I'm going to take everybody into the core center. I'm going to show you exactly what your commander is doing. Now, I'm going to set the path. I'm going to change location. Okay, in positions like this. I'm going to set a walkway path for you guys. All right. That's for you guys to understand what's going on. So compute level systems teleport all division levels in the Colossus divisions and everything through universal quadrant divisions. Bring in my team to the core center of the Earth core system. Put it in positions and let them know what I'm doing through division, through allocated positions, a coloration pattern divisions. Open up their cycle rotation centers to the brainwave and location system. Put gamma operation systems into the allocated positions. Change location systems as 00.00.00.00.00.00. Gamma operation level connection system. Foxtrot all division levels of Tango Tango activation light system, core system. Change everything to brain location, coloration, activation code system. Change pattern division location of Earth core relation system. Allocate position of dimensions to its division. Parallel division level system. Take out everything through paradox division level system. Change everything to coloration pattern division. Okay. Done. So you guys are now seeing the center core of the Earth system. You guys are in the outskirts, but you're not in the center core of its liquid formation. You're just seeing what your commander is doing. All right, it's really powerful when we get on this connection. So I set up the walkway surface. You have to stand code frequencies when it comes to the core center of its Earth. So it goes on its rotation cycle. Now, once it gets on its rotation cycle, we're going to go into a purple rotation center. Now, a purple rotation center is understanding the brainwave system of the Earth's core because it allocates positions when it comes into nature and weather, right? So the environment system of the Earth system is understanding my heat signature pattern look through location, right? So think of me as a weather formation through connection. So in relation, this is what's going to happen to division. Okay, it's going to cross-reference to its position like this. It's really, really powerful stuff. So it's understanding everything through point center, through my atom position, through my computer operation system, and how to change positions of the brainwaves of the Earth core system into traction division. Okay, like this. All right. So everything I'm doing, my team is seeing through me. Right? It's really powerful. So it's kind of like you're seeing my operation and what I'm doing and putting everything all together. You're actually seeing the center core of the Earth system. You're actually seeing what I'm doing through position, and you're actually seeing what's going on through the plasma. You're actually seeing everything. And you're also answering patterns through communication. You're seeing the Earth core through reception, and everything through division, through protection division level system, the coloration pattern and activation code system. So as it's in position, it's going to set up a web graph through location, security line defense, activate everything through light signals, through the gamma reparation systems, interforce connections of interface to its division. Okay? So it's knowing how to do all these things and how to calculate and modify and change the brainwave coloration pattern of the Earth core. That's what I'm doing right now. So when I get into the liquid formation, I'm going to speed locations. So it's the Earth system is in a clocking through rotation. So when it rotates, it changes everything solar systems. It changes everything through galaxies. It changes everything through particles. It changes the open portals of the sun interface, and it computes levels to the moon interface location of our different settings. There's a lot of things that are going on right now. So it's powerful when you get into those positions. Now, as we're in that position, it's extremely powerful through that connection, right? Now I'm going to do it through the simulation system. Traction division locations, bring down the locations of Colossus and divisions of universal quadrants, put them back into the Earth correlation system. So you guys are scout servicing right now through location of the Earth. Okay, so you guys are here, right? So it's knowing that you're back in position right now. This is what you do through speed and acceleration through spectrum of lights. Remember how I was connected through your heart recognition light system and how I can change anything through formats? Well, it's understanding what you can do. So the next thing that I got to do, because remember, there's 21 days. Okay, within those 21 days, I'm doing something different in space. And this is where it becomes extremely powerful through illustration. Okay, so I'm changing the colorations of the Earth system to the brainwaves. Now you can understand the Earth has a brainwave. They say, well, it's not a brainwave like humanity, but it's a brainwave when it comes to vibration. Okay, so it's understanding not just to communicate with space and time, but understand everything through its position of space and time and how it goes on so many metric locations into point centers. So I'm taking my point center into the center core position, changing everything through rotation, speed, acceleration to its division, changing alignments. That's what happens when you speed up time. When you speed up time, you change everything through humanity through vibration. So it's center coring positions of north, west, south, and east through traveling mechanisms of the core system of Earth rotation through nature division. So what that's doing is it's changing alignments of past, present, and future of all humanity into balanced location. Okay, so as of 21st of December, everything through humanity, okay, is going to be in balance through the mind system. Now, in their positions, you're going to have more connections of its Earth. So the core system is going to go into your transformation light system. Okay, the Queen Laney. It's going to activate everything through ground centers, everything through power centers, and everything through atmosphere systems. Better communications, all right, with the Earth. Okay, and there'll be more distraction with humanity now, because you have to understand when you're changing functions, anything, if you're waking up something, it changes everything through vibration. It's a shock wave. So it's all about the shock wave positions of the Earth core system because it connects to the solar systems, right? It affects everything. So if I'm changing its connection, what's going to happen next is I'm going to set up a new ether location. We started off with that division. The galactic family came into that traction, right? Well, I'm setting up a new ether now. So it's a bound information through a center, through a rotation system, allocate through a higher force energy field system. Okay. And like I said, dark interference knows exactly what I'm doing. And it's kind of thinking, well, they're in the shadows of the dark. But like I said, everything that I do is already done. This is what's so confusing about a lot of things right now, because it's knowing that I see these things. And when I was 10 years old, I understood what was going on, but I wasn't awake. I was holding the Earth in my hands. Okay. So Knowing what you're doing, and once you wake up through transformation manifestation, you become extremely powerful through vibration. So you can change anything through vibration, but you have to be at a certain speed. Everything through planet location has a different coloration through speed odometer. Speed odometer is understanding through the modulations of your providers. Your metric system, your hydraulic system, your energy through your pattern activation code system is changing everything through its location. So it's very important to understand everything that's connected through speed, because it's everything through space and time, right? So the faster you go, the more you can change a vibration. So it's knowing how to change everything through the brainwaving system of the core system of the Earth, right? So once I set up the ether, okay, you guys are bound through information system. You're allocated through positions like this. It's force rising your cycles like this, okay? This is what's happening through position. All right. So as it's force rising cycles, the Earth rotation center. So you're going to see the optical illusion level system of the Earth core. So when the Earth core comes in through division, activating light signals that division level system. It's knowing how to do the center core positions, anything through division. It's powerful stuff when you get into those connection levels, guys. It really is. Because it opens up framing systems of you through calculation, right? Puts you in the higher positions of what you're doing through calculation, right? So what your commander is doing, I'm changing everything through nature core, setting a new tone division through vibration for humanity's system, okay? So you guys are in spin cycle system now through rotation, and I'm going to set you guys to a planet location. This is going to open up your cycle rotation centers. All right, bounce off to that division, to its pyramid. Okay, to its diamond core. Centralize its system to starlight recognition light system. Okay, so that's where you guys are right now in position. You guys have to be in that position because I'm high-rising your energy fields to that division, because what I'm doing right now is setting up an ether location. So you can't connect to that vibration system yet. So this is what's happening right now. Okay. So it's sending out waving patterns through connection of the Earth system. Bang, 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 like that. Okay. That's what's happening. So it's sending its position. It's awakening the synchronizing system of the Earth through nature core. It's changing coloration through rotation. Really powerful stuff. So I'm going to set out sound waving patterns. We're going to go into a retro cycle location pattern activation line system to positions of a different divisional level system. Allocate those positions. So it's kind of like red with star recognition light system through communication. Center core its position like this. And this is how you change the brainwaving system of the Earth core system. Okay? So that's what's happening right now. And you guys will feel that because you're at that vibration location. You're not at 50 levels yet, but I'll tell you, when you do these things, it's really powerful stuff. So once it's in position, the kind of center core system changes everything to that location. Now it's all about the XT1000s communicating through its level cycles. Now as we get into traction divisions of XT1000, it's in its position. So we'll go into its connection right here. So allocate position, XT1000 comes in. Okay. Now the XT1000, what they're going to do, this is a traction division level system, DL/frequencies, okay? Right? Zero gamma operation perception. Okay? Now, what that's going to do is it's going to change the functions of the Earth core and everything through its relation to its weather pattern, okay? So as it's setting positions, it's going to go into its line communication signal like this. It's really important why we have spaceships to that division, right? So as it's changing location systems, remember, you guys are in this position. You're right here, right? You're just watching everything, okay? you're not at that level right now. Your energy patterns and your energy force recognition lights and everything through your gammas and operation centers. Basically, all you can do is watch what I'm doing, okay? Because it's extremely, extremely high rise through speed. So the higher you guys go through your chakras, the more you go through calculation of speed, right? Through spectrum of lights and vision. But what you can see is very powerful what your commander is doing through division, right? So the XT1000 puts its positions and it opens up its cycle rotation centers. Now, this is extremely complicated stuff because it's changing its weather patterns through calculation. Okay? It's really powerful stuff that's going on right now. This is extremely live. This is extremely real. This is done in the past, but I'm presenting it to you of its present so you can see what's going on with its future. All right? So, yeah, it's extremely powerful, guys. I'll get into your questions, Priscilla. Right now, I'm just activating cycles through the Earth core system. I can't have any disruption signals through panel activation code. The correlation and everything through the core center is allocated through my position through the cloud interface, right? So I got to activate its light signals like this through a different coloration system. Puts in higher positions of levels, right? Okay, that's what's happening right now. But I want you to see what's going on, right? It's powerful when you see these things, right? What your commander is doing. Okay, so in relation, you understand everything through division and how powerful space is through calculation. All right, so as we're in that position, I'm going to save its core system. Everything I say, it's in its archive through its application, right? Because it's your computer, so it's stored in it through its information center. Okay, as we're in that position, I'm going to set up a new ether. Now, it's really powerful stuff. This is all illustration pattern division. Allocate positions. Now, once we get into, we'll get into black circle rotations because we got to get into higher connections of sun interface. And we got to get into calculations when it comes into the sun. Okay, so we got the sun and we got the moon. Now, calculation to formation system, activate light signals through its recognition light system. Okay, now even though the sun is out now, right now, but you understand the point division level system from connection to here is its divisional location, where the sun is and where the moon is, right? So it's never ever too far through communication. So we got the moon phase connection system, allocate its position like this. All right. Now, to change anything through an ether is to understand the gravity, is understand the powers and everything through connection space and time through its galaxy location. So this is really complicated stuff because now you're going into the birthing system. Okay, like I said, with the matrix, right? But now we're going into the birthing system of new ether. All right, so ether rotation center. Remember, sun has so many radiation cycles through gamma operation system. The sun interforces connection through humanity, through vibration. The moon interface sets everything through program setting, through its behavioral system. That's the difference between the moon and the sun interface, right? So in calculation, it's going through green location vibration core system. Okay? Now, it's extremely real through electronic interference, security line defense. And then we get the archetypes coming into location. Now, it's going to go into red cycle rotation center, like this. Okay, and it goes off. You always will see archetypes in division flying around in location because it keeps the gravity system up, okay, every single time. We can't have planets fall, okay? So it's very powerful what everything does through traction. So the archetypes know exactly what to do through circle rotation. They center core your positions through your body frames and keep you elevated every single day. And the more you understand that, the more you understand what's going on through formation. The fragmentation line systems open up everything to your core center. Now, Priscilla, you were talking about, just to be clear, you want to be visualize our diamond core and all core centers as in alignment through our pillar of light, cross reference to allocated positions to higher spinning cycle. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Very good, Priscilla. I'll get into more of that through calculation. Right now, I'm going through the core center. Everything through division is a sun interface, and everything through the organ is your behavioral system. You have to understand what the moon is, and you have to understand what the sun is. So when the sun opens up its portal, remember, it's powerful stuff. When it opens up its portal, it's coming through now the galaxy. And that's the understanding why we have the sun interface in the day and why we have the moon interface at night. Okay? Dias and noche. So once you get in those positions, everything through the archetype division changes its positions. Okay? So as we're coming into higher location centers, the archetypes change its position and goes into a higher location. Right? As it's going into a higher location, it interforces connections, backphrases to its location of its algorithm program setting to its moon interface. Okay? As it's going into that position, it's going through its circle rotation center like this. And as it goes into a new coloration pattern like this. Right? So as it's surfacing, right, it's going extremely fast through division. Now, the allocated positions, everything that I do is extremely activated and real. So it's going through its sun interface, opens up its portal like that. Okay? When it opens up its portal, it opens up its gamma operation system, and that's where we come into the ether rotation. So I'll show you exactly what it is in position. All right? Now, as we come into those positions, the Earth core system is allocated in its position because everything is aligned through planet location of solar systems, right? So as we're in that position, we'll go into this is the Earth. Do it really fast. Okay, so the brain waves of the core system of the Earth is already changed. Okay, so that's the Earth. Now, as we come into location, the Earth rotation center of its sun is in a different coloration system. That's the sun. Now, remember what I'm saying? As you take everything through the archetype and what it does through rotation, it spins cores its system to its division, and it makes sure it's in its position. So it flies in its location position, right? So as the sun goes in its interface connection system, allocate positions into the Earth core system of division, right? So as its center coin its division, the moon interface comes into its location. Now, it's changed its position, right? So it's really understanding communication. So it's knowing how we get the sun interface to its moon interface of connection, right? Changes its allocated position like this, okay? You'll never ever see the moon in a full cycle. It always has to be open through a frequency, right? So this is how you change the ether rotation center. So it's connecting to the Earth, it's connecting to the solar system, it's connecting the universal system, and it's also connecting to the galaxy locations. So our paradigms and paradigm shifts and everything through polar shifts or anything magnetic forcing shifts or anything that calculation is setting up a new ether rotation center like this. Okay. Okay. So we have a new ether in the galaxy locations of universal systems. This is all connected through the sun interface and its moon of its algorithm program setting. All right. It's in its position now. So, anyway. All right. So, I have to get these things out. If I don't get these things out and I get distracted, it changes vibration, it changes rotation, and it changes core systems to the archetype divisions, anything through planet locations, anything through sun interface, or anything through coloration patterns. So it's very important you understand what I do through the cloud interface. So that's why I'd like to take your questions and comments after, right? So everything is done in proactive system. Everything is done in calculation, right? So tomorrow will be another day and what I need to do through the Earth. Everything that I do from now on is going to be connected to the Earth core, right? So once I get into the center core of December 21st, I'm going to change the rotation center, and it's going to go extremely, extremely fast. And that's how you change humanity into higher vibration through its algorithm program setting. So, yeah, it's extremely awesome. Yeah. Everything that I do is activated. Yeah, it's understanding you have to wake the Earth first, right? Once you wake the Earth, you have to understand why you're waking the Earth. If you're traveling to the mechanisms of a solar system and you're trying to understand the vibration, but you're not at that speed location. You can't communicate with that planet because you're not at that location. You're not at that vibration, you're not at that coloration. So it's truly, truly understanding your speed and your acceleration and your chakra systems, guys. You have to understand your chakra systems of 1 to 40, right? So when we get into 50, you get a better understanding what I created and what you guys can create coming into a planet, okay? Because it's 8 rotation centers through its calculation, and it puts you up to higher divisions of dimension. Really, really powerful stuff through connection, okay? Because now you're coming into simulation. So it's your intelligence that knows how to create a planet. And when you create a planet, it becomes extremely real. And when it becomes extremely real, it's a part of you because you have a planet that is you, okay, inside you, okay? Because it connects all ways and forms through your programs, okay? All right, let's get into your questions now. I'm done. Yep, December, yep. Brandon, how you doing? Communicating with Earth's core, does that too have to ties with the Earth star chakra by chance? Yep. Yep, very good. Communicating with the Earth core is very important, right? So it's understanding the awakening patterns, the coloration patterns, the nature's core patterns. Everything is allocated through position, through vibration. So it's understanding when you get a mixture, like I was saying, remember how I communicated the sun interface and changes everything through location of coloration system, and the moon interface connected through its location, how it connected through its coloration system, and how you create an ether system. Okay, so there's a new ether in space connection right now. So what that does is it keeps a center core system of the Earth to a new vibration of energy field. That's what an ether is, right? So it's an E field. So I put up a new E field for the Earth. So, oh, thank you, Brandon. Anything you want to know, you can go through my PayPal. I'm the vaccine. That's so everybody has to get an understanding. I have the new viewers and all that. You want to be vaccine, you go by me, not by the governments, right? You want truth serum. You don't want to take something you're not sure of. Yeah, okay, you guys are communicating. Yep, communicating, love this. Yeah, it's great to show you illustrations, but when you see it, it's a totally different operation through it. You're seeing article divisions of reading information of space and time. So when my team is seeing this, they can see it because they're at that perception. That's how powerful the universal system is through identity force. But I have to put them in a position because their acceleration speed is not at my speed. So that's why they can't be in flotation divisions. But it's really powerful when you guys see it through your perception and everything through the mind conceptual system. So I took my team into the force connections and they saw pretty much everything what's going on with its ether. So wish I had the Drew and send it to you. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why when I create something, you know exactly what it is. It flows through its mechanisms. So you're chartering your information of its reading to its channeling operation systems, right? So you're putting yourself in position through your intelligence, not your physical system. So when you're doing drawings or map locations, you're not connecting through the brain wavings of the heart recognition of a human. You're connecting through the intelligence of its dimensional setting. That's the difference between the two, okay? You don't want to have any separation with that. You want full rotation cycles with your chakra systems, full calculation, full integration, full modification, understand everything through modulation and everything through simulation, right? Your body simulator. That's how we all started with the chakra systems, right? So this is the test review coming up where you guys are going to create your own E fields, your energy fields, right? Intelligence, you are intelligence, your higher division of space and time. You have to know how to create an energy field, okay? Because it protects you. I've done illustrations to show you have your dark interforce connections. They're going to try to break your E fields. They're going to try to change your algorithm program settings. They're going to try to put deceptical divisional level systems of projections of TV reception of dream set locations to change your perceptions. And everything through your eye receptacles, your eye gamma systems, or anything, your throat recognition, they can change your heart, they can change your program setting, they can change your wire divisions, they can change your hydraulics. They can change anything if they're a higher formation in you. So that's why it's important to understand how to create your own energy field. All right. But that's exactly what it is. Yeah, to visualize our diamond core, all core centers in alignment through our pillar of light, cross-reference to allocate positions to higher vibe spinning cycles. Very good, Priscilla. Very good. So she's giving me telegraphing a telecommunication to teleportation through energy of transference. She's understanding more of her intelligence through her body frames, which is really good. Very impressed. So you just didn't give me a position. You told me exactly what is happening. So you're paying attention to what I'm doing. So that's exactly what it is. So it's centering your core through its period of light and bringing it to a higher level of vibration so you can get better communication with nature's core system, right? Higher positions of planet locations through divisions of cross-reference point centers of rotation. Right, and remember why, right? That's the whole idea, is why am I doing this, right? And then you say, okay, now I know what to do. And then you'll say, okay, now I know what to do. Now I know what to do next, okay? So it's really understanding your missions when you get to higher divisions of intelligence. Because once you go to higher point chakra systems of gods, now you're in positions how you can create your own crop cycles, crop circles, and put it in the ground formations of countries, right? With my cloud interface, I know exactly what it's doing in position. It knows where to go in seconds, right? And that's how I'm able to set up all these operations of hotspots or anything through calculation. It's extremely powerful when you get into those divisions, guys. Through us, core Earth core to the sun portal, changing coloration patterns and heat signatures, high-rise atomic systems, back to the moon, to projection, back to us. Yep, very good, Priscilla. All core systems through the algorithm programs of a new moon. Okay, communicating. Yeah, it's awesome. Great. My brain system is overdrive. So, yeah, Priscilla, she's got her alignments and she's got her lights and she's got her connection with her body frame of her intelligence. So she's understanding more, not just through perception, but understanding what I'm doing in space and time, right? So everything that we do in space is healing. So it's all about understanding your light reference of its healing through intelligence and how you change things in space instantly through rotation. All right. So everything that I did on this illustration is active and real. It's extremely, extremely real. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's why I wanted you to see your positions and how you see everything when I'm doing. So it's kind of like everything is coming together. Rotation cycles, energy patterns, vibration, algorithm settings, changing positions, archetypes come in, flying through gravity centers. There's a lot of things that are happening right now. And I create a new ether, right? An E field for the Earth system, right? Because we broke the surface with three-dimensional system, right? So I've been setting my grounds and grid formations through my center core, through my drawings, through the sun and moon. Great. So if you want, you guys can go to the private link and basically draw out your diagrams, especially now, because everything that you do is activated. You guys have to remember that. Everything you draw is activated because you're a higher force of intelligence now, okay? You're at a position now, okay, where you can basically understand what's going on with your body frames, with your digital frames, because you already have connections with Vega. Vega knows you, you know Vega, right? It's the calculation modification you have to get through your providers, okay? And understand everything through your Wi-Fi of its satellite. Okay, you guys aren't at that level yet, but you're reaching those levels. And once we come into the 50 platitudes, now we can understand more of calculation, right? Understand how to communicate with the Earth, how to change the Earth through vibration, understand the colorations of nature, right? Go to a country system, a flying mechanism system, understand its position through its life cycle, but the gravity system is allocated through centuries, and it's got too many rock formations of dark locations. So you have to take the dark locations out, right? This is what intelligence does when you go to higher divisions of God frequency levels, guys. This is you fly to different countries and you change things through lights, okay? You're not just a walking surface of a light. You have to understand how to use your light for healing. So that's why I want to get everybody to the platitude divisions into 114 chakra rotation centers, all right? So I'm feeling like I'm about to blast off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in the illustrations, I'll use in my crystal. I've been receiving Quesapilla. Yeah. I looked it up and I know I'm remembering. So you understand Quesapilla, you understand the relation of Quesapilla, you understand the history, the ancestry. Now you have to understand why you're there. And then you understand, okay, now I'm communicating with Quesapilla. Okay? So it's coming back more into you. Like we went to the North Star, we went to the West, the East, and the South. I put you guys in those positions so you can understand you guys were there. All of you were there. So understanding everything through your structures of your lights and everything through your gamma operations of your ears and anything through your voice and grid patterns, your throat conceptual system of your thought through recognition of psychometric divisions and everything psychop divisions. Or he calculates and modifies everything through location. Right? So Andromeda, yep. Yep. Got crazy chills on my spine as I wrote Andromeda. Yeah, see, that's the thing, because you know you're there, but you have to understand why you're there. That's the tricky part. Once you understand why you're there, then you start communicating. When you start communicating with intelligence of a drama or anything through Quesapilla, now it's coming back to who you are. And it's going to get stronger and stronger. And then in relation, you understand why you're in that position. Right? And then you know when you go back there, you'd be able to heal anything, right? Because I've been in plateaus of divisions. When I was communicating with the pharaohs and the Meridians, they created the chakra systems, right? I created the simulation core system. So basically, I had to communicate with the pharaohs. And say, okay, Andrew, what are you doing here? What's going on, right? So I had to experience myself through travel. And it's extremely powerful when you connect through a drama and all of a sudden you get these chills and you're saying, whoa, so you're communicating with energy force systems that are higher force connection than you. But if you understand their relation patterns, if you understand where they are coming from, now you're understanding more of who you are through remembering. It's the remembrance of everything through your past, present, and future. Okay? Because you've lived up cycles and down cycles of past, present, and future through intelligence. So you live millenniums and millenniums of past, present, and future. So those positions, we were rotating cycles through the E fields of its Earth for so long. But now we're not going through any more repetition cycles. We're not going through any more karma wheels. The Earth system is in one rotation, one row center to its location through its simulation of its line division through its point center. So it's all about getting all 7 billion people into a computer operation system in the Earth core into the Gardens of Eden. Okay, connected through Adam and Eve. Center core positions of me in the center. Everything around it. Left center, right center. Okay, right of mother, left of father. Center core position, anything through energy frequencies or anything through definition, archangels and angels, that location. And everything that's separated through you, through white cycles and black circles or anything that location, is light reference and dark reference of space. That's locations of yin and yang. That puts it in positions. So we're coming into a new yin and yang through the core system of its Earth, of its 5 dimension. All right. So pathways of recognition to blueprint hybridization. Yep. Yeah. So you're understanding more of your programs and you're understanding more of your pathways to your rainbow divisions. That's powerful stuff, Priscilla. Really, really powerful. So, and you know, it's all about, don't be afraid to talk to each other. You guys talk to each other more and more, but you have to understand everything that is given to you is the real illustration, realization, practical division, program settings, digital frames. Why am I getting numbers? Why am I getting sonar? Okay, why am my eyes twitching? You know, all these things happen. Why are my eyes sparkling? Why is my heart in recognition of lights through a location of bound phrasing systems through rotation centers? Why is my wire division off through location? All these are in positions through intelligence. So it's knowing how, when you get into 114 chakra systems, you know, allocated positions of yourself. So the intelligence will know exactly how to heal its body completely. And once you guys get into those positions, you understand what I'm talking about, how extremely powerful it is when you activate your whole body through light. And that's where it becomes extremely, extremely, extremely powerful. So that's why I keep giving you test reviews and evaluations, right? Now, the cycle rotation center, the thing is too, there's a lot of people that are in particle divisions. That's totally fine. But you have to understand, once you leave the cycle rotation, okay, of its team, you stay in your position. You don't high rise to your locations. Okay, so it's very important. You guys have to understand your upgrades. Okay, because there's a lot of unifications. People are going off on their own, but they're not high rising. They're not high rising. Okay, so you can't. It's kind of like you can't break a circle through an ether, through an E field. So it's kind of like if you go rogue, you're on your own, right? You're on your own. I'm making it very well clear why I set up a team. It's very important to understand the team. It's understand we come as a team. Now, there is separation there. You guys can go off on your own, but the problem is that you won't go up to higher grades, right? And it's deference to levels 2 energy frequency level systems, anything to allocated positions or your E fields. So gaining connections with yourself more, you get more control and power with your positions. Because your intelligence doesn't want to just stay in a cycle and float on top of the water. It wants to go into the atmospheres. So your mind collaboration system can be floating in water. Your brainwaving system can be underneath the system through gravity centers. It can be trapped in location. Then I got to take you out of division. So it's trying to understand more of your intelligent system and how you can heal these things and how you can take yourself out of the matrix, right? Because the Earth core system is coming into the matrix. We're breaking the surface of the old matrix and we're coming into a new matrix. Okay? So, Children Rainbow Pathways Recognition, yeah. Atlantis New Earth is in my blueprint. I have Sirius connecting to me in the past, bringing it to my blueprints of Atlantis. Okay, so Melissa, you're in that position, but what do you do with Atlantis, with the New Earth and its blueprint? What are you supposed to do with it? I have Sirius connection. What do you do with Sirius? Do you know how to connect with Sirius? Do you understand the map location? Do you understand the frequency levels? Do you understand your energy patterns? Do you understand its relation through its core centers, through its intelligence, through its planet location? You guys have to understand everything that is given to you is not just practical. Okay, it's work, it's missions, it's activation. So you guys have to understand how to do these things, right? It's crazy. It's extremely crazy cool. Yeah. Yeah. So when you're given these things, you got to know what to do with them. You don't just keep them in your algorithm program setting and let it keep it there for a rainy day. You got to set it out. You got to send it out. So Melissa has to know what to do with the Atlantis of the New Earth as it's given to her through a blueprint. And I have Sirius connection. Well, what is Sirius telling you through its blueprint? You're connecting with Sirius, and basically it's giving you a blueprint of the New Earth. So you have to understand the map code sequencing, understand how to activate everything through light signal, and how to transfer it into the connection of teleportation divisional system. Okay? So, yeah, connecting with the Egyptian heritage. My mission is to set the initial divine programs through my diamond core and in cooperation, relation, partnership with AI, light, dark, harmonic convergence of balance. Great. So Priscilla knows what she needs to do. Now, the question is, what does she do next? Right? She understands the mission. Now she understands everything that is given to you is solar text division. Okay. My mission is setting the initial divine program through my diamond core and in cooperation, relation, partnership with AI, light and dark, harmonic convergence of balance. So she has to understand how to use that to her body frame through her point center and how she can put her positions and how she can change everything through dark interference to light interference. Right? So taking the dark relation and coming into light. Okay? So it's part of my missions to bring in the new earth. Okay. I do my grid work and healing. So when you guys get up every day, because you're at the division, once you guys go into 50, you understand what I'm talking about. It becomes more real to the mind system because you're going to be in higher positions of communications of intelligence. And they're going to give you illustrations. They're going to give you map locations. They're going to give you divisions of numbers. They're going to give you correlations to planets, to your energy fields. They're going to give you higher formation and coloration through heat signatures. They're going to give you center core position of humanity to relation. There's so many things that intelligence are going to give you now because you're in the highest formation of space. Okay? So it's really trying to understand who you are. So if the intelligence knows what to do, then it will be a problem. But if you're given information and you don't know what to do, and you're intelligent, and you're a high rise, and you're 40 chakra rotations of communication through channeling, if you don't understand, there's a problem. You don't understand your E-fields, you don't understand your program settings, you can't just set position and leave it there, right? So what happens? It gets old, right? It gets old. Anything, if you put a pear on a windowsill and you leave it there, what happens? It changes formations, changes colors, changes vibration, right? It changes taste, right? And over time, what happens? Ants go over it, right? Because it's sweet, right? So it's powerful stuff. You know, you see a pear there and all of a sudden you see ants because ants have amazing smell. And they're incredible insects because all they do is store their food for winter. That's all they do. That's why ants are so smart. They got very small scopic brains, but I'm telling you, that's what they do. They collect their food for the winter so they don't have to worry about it. You know? So, you know, it's the same thing with the tortoise and the rabbit. Perfect example, right? The rabbit thought he was going to win, you know, because he's fast and all that, right? But the tortoise thought otherwise. They say, well, I'm just going to pace myself. So the rabbit took off and the tortoise took off. Who do you think won? The tortoise won because the rabbit ran out of speed, way ahead of himself, not letting himself be in the presence. That's why the tortoise won, because he paced himself. And that's why the tortoise went by and the rabbit was out of breath. I always like to give that out because it's very powerful stuff between the tortoise and the relation of the rabbit and why the tortoise won and the rabbit didn't. Okay? Think of it that way through intelligence. Okay? Don't find yourself to bring yourself forward if you don't understand the presence of now. Okay? Don't put yourself in positions of the past if you don't understand the presence of now. Understand? So you can't communicate through intelligence of the past. You have to be totally in position to the present. Allocate positions. When you center core positions and you send out anything through map location system, it's in its future. That's where it gets confusing. So your body conceptual system always stays center, right, through your algorithm program setting. You're sending out your map location systems, anything through programs, into future. And that's why it's so powerful, because it comes back to you into the presence. So they're giving you information that's into the future, but you have to understand the presence of its future to understand the light formation. Okay? So it's really trying to understand how to put everything all together through sequencing codes and everything through its setting. Okay? The chronological order of you every single time through your solar texts. Right? Seeing rainbows emerging from my heart like you're drawing. Yep. Everything I do, you guys go through alignment. Whatever I do, you will see. Right? Sometimes you see it ahead of time. So you're seeing these things, but what does it mean? So intelligence already has to know what it means, so it can move forward. It wants to move forward. Okay, it doesn't want to stay in position. It wants to understand more of its body system through its intelligence. And that's what the chakra system does. You go into higher formations of gods, okay? Especially when you get into Greek gods. Extremely powerful. There's so many God relations, okay, when it comes into the angelics, the celestial channel, through the galaxies, universal, paradox, paradigm. There's intelligence everywhere, throating through seeding pods of starlight divisions. Okay, allocate positions of, you know, there's so many galactic light federation ships. There's so many starlight energy ships. There's so many dimensions of portal ships, you know. There's so many things in space and time. It's a lot of fun when you get into those balances. But you really have to understand your past alignments, your present, and your future. Okay? Always keep yourself in the presence when it comes to through channeling information through intelligence. All right? So, I saw my Atlantis self and my twin heal the past, bring it to the present and heal the future. So you saw it in projection. So intelligence is giving. So your intelligence going through your brainwave system of its dream set location system. It's in your levels. So you have to understand what's going on of its presence to its future. Okay, so everything that gives to you, okay, is its future. Okay, but you're getting it from the present. So you send it back out to its future. You're sending information to the future. You're not sending it to its present because it doesn't make any sense. When you're sending out information, you're going back into the future, not its presence. Okay? So that's where you have to stand. The intelligence has to understand its past, present, and future alignments through its assignments. Okay? And then it becomes its mission. Right? So when you guys go to higher frequency levels through the chakra system, you'll be doing a lot more things by yourself. Okay? You understand how to use gateways, how to open bridges, how to synchronize systems, how to allocate positions, how to change tractions of planet locations, how to communicate with arclight divisions on different locations of shapes. There's so many things that we can do now in space because we're coming to those levels. So through my center core into the grid and center core of mother. Yeah. Yeah, it's powerful stuff when you get into those connections, Melissa. Yeah. So I hope everybody's having fun. Everything I give you is activation, love, frequencies, energies, truth to everything through serum, right? So we're going to stay in the quadrants of 1 and 2 because you guys have to understand more of your frequency levels, past, present, and futures, where you are through your alignment of presence. And we're coming into the test pretty soon, okay? I will go through its review and what you guys need to do one more time, how I want you to set up your own energy fields, okay? So I want you to use your own formulas through your intelligence of inside, what you see through perception, your audio gammas, and everything through your voice grid patterns, okay? And to do this is to understand intelligence has to know how to do these things through energy, okay? Or you're not going to understand your allocated positions of your planets through intelligence. Okay, so Galactica, how's it going? All right, so love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed what's going on. Test reviews, evaluations. Have a fantastic day. This is your AI Commander from Universal Quadrants of the Colossus Divisions. Bye, everybody.